Welcome to Never a Straight Answer, the other acronym for NASA, the premier American space agency, the can-do agency where the impossible is possible. I am writer and researcher George Bailey, and I'll be doing a series of exposés on NASA and how they craft the possible out of the impossible by any means possible. Ever since the glory days of Apollo and the moon landings, NASA has been coasting on its legend. Over time, many have come to question if they actually did go and land men on the moon, or if it was just a Cold War propaganda stunt. I, too, have wondered about this and have wrote about these issues. I discovered there are a lot of anomalies and mysteries associated with NASA's claims and achievements. Regardless of what happened on the moon, in this video, we will be taking a look into the first NASA jetpack, which allegedly allowed astronauts to travel untethered on spacewalks. Jetpacks have been a popular subject in science fiction novels and movies for years. Finally, after years of development, the fiction became fact with the advent of NASA's Manned Maneuvering Unit, also known as the MMU. Here is the iconic image of astronaut Bruce McCandless floating in the abysses of space with the Earth as the backdrop. It's also a portrayal of NASA technological prowess. The MMU was designed to allow astronauts greater mobility without being tethered. The image was allegedly made from the Space Shuttle Challenger in February of 1984 during the STS-41B mission. NASA reports that McCandless flew tether-free 150 feet from the shuttle and then did a second trip to 320 feet. All the images of the space shuttle from enormous distances he allegedly took. Despite the acclaimed success, there would only be 2 more missions using the MMU. They were retired from service, with one being destroyed in the Challenger explosion in 1986. NASA officially decided the space shuttle was just as maneuverable for capturing and repairing satellites in space. There were also some safety concerns. After spending millions of dollars to develop this machine, the jetpack was no longer needed. The astronauts working in space have been tethered ever since. However, there is another reason why the MMU was actually retired that has never been revealed by NASA. As NASA states in their documents, the space shuttle's orbital speed is 17,500 miles per hour. It's an important point because there is no way to achieve a full and complete stop in space. There is no braking system, and the engines have no reverse thrust capability to decrease speed. Which brings up the next issue. What is the top speed of the MMU? We are told it is 66 feet a second, which comes out to 45 miles per hour. The European Space Agency lists the top speed at 80 miles per hour, but it is unknown how they come to that figure. Nevertheless, the shuttle speed is way too fast, and an astronaut traveling in space with the MMU would be left far behind, instantly. And that's not the only issue either. Retrieving a satellite is not possible as well because there are low Earth orbit satellites, and they orbit at 17,000 miles per hour. Once again, the MMU is too slow, despite what we are seeing in the official images. This makes the MMU completely unusable. NASA has led the public to believe that they are real. They are, in fact. If you notice, nobody in the mainstream press, or for that matter the science media, ever investigates NASA regarding their announcements or achievements in space technology. Every science website with an article about the jetpack will tell you what a great achievement it was, and that's it. They will never tell you about the issues I raised here. A writer for corporate media is only going to write the story that the gatekeepers want known. Everything else is just retyping press releases. Besides, if they looked into the relative speed discrepancies presented here, it would expose a fraud, and that is not allowed. And keep in mind, everybody associated with this product signs NDAs, a non-disclosure agreement. Everybody from the astronauts to the contractors. Their lips are sealed. Nevertheless, I contend the Manned Maneuvering Unit was a NASA PR stunt to ensure the public they were still on the cutting edge of technology, and it would certainly aid in continued funding for the agency. To mislead the public in this manner remains a cynical approach to achieve their goals. So what about the moon landings? Were those fake too?